Alright guys, so in today's video I'm just going to go over my PvP builds for all three characters. We're going to start on my Warlock. We'll hit the armor, stat values, and then the subclass setup. So on my Warlock I scroll skate, so low mobility is what you would want to do that, or luck surf. For me 4 is the highest I'm willing to go, so these are the stats on my Warlock: 4, 7, 10, 6, 7, 6. The only plus 10 stat that I get, or the only benefit I get from stasis, is plus 10 in resilience. I run 7. I think that is the lowest breakpoint you can get for being frozen and not taking a massive amount of damage from breaking out of the freeze. These are the mods that I run on my armor pieces. And for my Warlock, I main Ophidian aspects. I used to do T-steps, but to me that forms a little bit of a bad habit, so I stopped using them. And I like Ophidians better. To me the benefits are a little bit better than T-steps. And I used to play Top Tree Stormcaller, so Ophidians worked better with that subclass, and I just kind of kept my armor the same from last season, at least on my Warlock, going into this season. The setup for my Shadebinder, the only two aspects we have, I run a Dustfield Nade, Whisper of Fissures, Hedrons, Endurance, and Shards. That's the armor setup. Went over the mods. Currently with the guns, I'm using Steady Hand, Adorn, and Deathbringer. I'm not sniping on this character, I use Fellwinners. I do want to run a lightweight shoddy on this character, but I have not gotten the role for the Xeno class that I would like. Ideally it would be Slide Shot Vorpal, but I have yet to get that. In terms of the heavy, Deathbringer or Tractor Cannon, I like something that can kill supers. Thunderlord is also there, but most of the time I only run exotic heavy that can kill a super if I'm not using exotic primary. For my Warlock, I just leave Thorn here. I'm still trying to get a good roll of the new exotic arms to pair with Thorn. So for the time being, since I don't have those, I'm just not using Thorn as much. But yeah, that's that. This is the current best steady hand that I have. So I've tried it out a bit before master ranking it. It's pretty fun. Feels consistent, feels good. That's that for the Warlock. Gonna hop on over to the Hunter and cover that build. All right guys, so we're back. We're on the Hunter. This is my Hunter build. I run 7, 6, 10, 5, 7, 5 on my Hunter with plus 10 and resilience from the Stasis subclass. On my Hunter, I main Dragon Shadow. For me, it fits my playstyle better than Stompies, and I also have not gotten a good roll of Stompies to drop, so I'm just gonna build around what I have. And I really prefer Dragon Shadow to Stompies. So yeah, these are the mods that I have on my Hunter. It's about the same as my Warlock, and it'll be the same as my Titan when we get to there. The class item is really important: Perpetuation and Distribution. Dragon Shadow, it helps you get that dodge back, so you keep your dodge up. So every 10 seconds when Wraith Metal goes away, you have your dodge back, so you can keep Wraith Metal up. It has 100% uptime if you just have these two on your class item. I know somebody's gonna say I'm wasting 20 mobility, but if you die with Wraith Metal up, then you're just stuck. So I think 7's a good middle ground, because if you run 50, you get plus 50 from Dragon Shadow, but if you run 50, you put at 100. But if you die, then you're back stuck at 50. I think 7 is a good middle ground. In the event that you do die, you can keep your dodge up, get it back a little bit faster. On the heavy, again, heavies that kill supers, so Warcliff, Legend of Acreus, Run Fellwinners. On this character, I do run 7 Seraph more than Fellwinners to help with the dodge. And this in itself is a different playstyle. You have to double pump or use it to clean up a kill. You're not essentially running at them to get a kill with this. I mostly use this more for utility, and I think if you are shotgunning, you should definitely be maining your primary more than your shotgun, but that is a conversation for a different day. This is the steady hand that I have on this character. Still looking for a better one, mostly because the mod or the masterwork is bad to me because I'm running Dragon Shadow. So apart from that, all the other perks are perfect. I just wish that the masterwork was not. In terms of the stasis subclass, the same 2 aspects that everyone else has. Dustfield Grenade. I'm not really into the Glacier Grenade Shatter Dive. Yes, it is lethal, but long term, I think Dustfield is miles better compared with the Hunter kit. Having 2 shurikens, this combo is much better long term than this combo to me. These are the fragments I'm running: Whisper of Shards and Refraction. Also helps with getting my class ability back. Yeah, and that is the Hunter build for this season. This is the same build that I had last season. I grinded out the armor, and the armor lasts for I think 1.5 years for me. So this is the build that I did all the work last season and just brought it all forward. But yeah, and then when I'm not running exotic heavy or steady hand, I'm running Ace of Spades on this character. It's rough because when you stow ace, you lose memento with the changes, so it's a little bit more difficult to pull off sometimes, but I don't mind it too much. And then when I feel like running my Eye of Soul Spectral, it's actually a really good roll for that. I switch to Posterity. I'm not the biggest fan of Sunshot. I've never been able to get the recoil down, so but yeah, this is the Hunter build, my Hunter fashion for you right there. And now we're gonna hop over to the Titan. All right, guys, so we are back. We are home. We are home. We are on the Titan. We're on the main character. Yes, your boy is a Titan main. I will always be a Titan main. This is my Titan. As you can see, you see those double 100s on the screen. All right. When this season started, I made a decision after playing through the campaign and seeing the freeze that I wanted to run 100 resilience on my Titan. And so I tried building it out on Dune Marchers, and it did not work. I could not get there. So, OEM is currently the only exotic armor piece that I have besides 2 others that lets me get to 100. Now the reason we're using OEM is because you don't have any sort of healing on this subclass. So OEM, granted I win that 1v1, heals me and gives me an overshield for 5 seconds, along with the damage buff. And I like that paired with the 100 recovery, because if I win a fight, and I need a second to get my health back, I can pop a barricade. I get the barricade every 10 to 12 seconds. I run low mobility because I scroll skate on my Titan. I'm close to my ideal build for this, which is 4 mobility, 10, 10, 5. Everything else can stay as a 5. If I could get the extra points into intellect to be tier 6, that would be nice, but what I have currently is, it works for me and it plays beautifully. It feels so nice. And so these are the mods, my armor pieces. And this is my setup for my aspects and fragments. Same 2 aspects that we all have if you're a Titan. Dustfield grenade, again, like I said earlier, better than the other grenades. People just, I don't know why people don't see it yet. They're too infatuated with the lethality erasure grenade, so you know, it's easier to use. This is also easy to use, but you know, there's more plays that you can make with Dustfield. My fragments, hadrons, fissures, shards. Excuse me. And when building this out, I basically just wanted to get to 90 resilience with the armor, so that way I can get the plus 10 from this stasis class. So when I switch to, you know, the light subclass, my melee goes up to 6 and I'm at 93, which is still nice. So ideally I want to, you know, work on this a little bit more so that when I play another subclass, like when I go back to missile and I go back to hammers, the stat split is still the same. The only difference is the 10 recovery difference. But I love this build. It is so much fun. I feel so tanky, and when I play Rumble, it just forces people to have to hit their shots. Like they have to hit those headshots, and if they don't, you know, I can either, you know, get away and get my health back. I can, you know, peek shot and re-challenge certain things. It's just fun. And I stopped running dunes because I get the slide. So with the cryochasm slide, that gives me some mobility. The slide plus the melee gives me enough mobility to where I feel like I can get in and out of situations on my Titan, and it's comparable to me to Dawnblade and, you know, some of the hunter movement. And Dune Marchers does add to that, but I felt like having the ability to heal, along with getting a damage boost, was more than Dune Marchers. Because in more intimate situations like threes, trials, comp, rumble, when you're playing better players, it's going to be really hard to get the full benefit of Doom Marchers being, you know, the chain electricity perk, and you know, you're just going to get shut down sometimes. So you would lean more into the slide and the movement, which is nice, but sometimes you'll overslide and overshoot cover and all kinds of things. Whereas I feel like with OEM, it's just right. It just works. And so that is the build on my Titan. These are the guns that I'm running currently. True Prophecy. It sucks that you cannot get this anymore. This is close to a perfect roll for me. The only bad part is this middle tree. I could run drop mag, but if this was accurized, I probably would never take this thing off. I do have an overflow time payload one that I use for PvP, but this is the True Prophecy I'm using right now. I'm in love with Hawkmoon. I go between these two guns currently, and that's that. I tried Sturm last night. It's fun, but I like these two guns. Hawkmoon is my favorite right now, and True Prophecy is just really nice to use. I do have a Duke. This is the only Duke that I have. Kind of got unlucky with the drops prior to that. My Astral Horizon. This is my Bite of the Fox. This is a replacement for my previous Bite of the Fox that I owned that got sunsetted. So this is the newer version. Got Tac Mag to drop, and the only other barrel that I would have accepted here is probably Arrowhead Break. And after years of doing the chest, the weekly chest, I finally got a Supremacy. This snapshot. Finally. I've only gotten 4 of these to drop. I do the chest every week, and this is the I finally got it. Finally got it. Instant masterwork. So I'm gonna try this out. This will probably be in a video soon. I know I'm late to the Supremacy party, but I finally got what I wanted with that. I do run Felwinners on this character. There's not really any other shoddy option that I want to run on my Titan. I just want to be able to put in damage and switch to my primary to help clean up the kill or help a teammate. I shotgun more defensively, so I made my primary, which I think a lot of people should, shotgunning, along with sniping, but different conversation for a different video. This is my Not Forgotten. Got it a long time ago, but it's that. Ancient Gospel, Dorn, and my Beloved. I have a couple different rows of Beloved that I like on each character, and I'm not the biggest fan of moving weapons, so that's why I have 3 Fell Winners, 3 Adorns. I just want to have the guns on the character and just hop in and start playing. My Heavy, Tomorrow's Answer. If I'm not using this, then I'm using this Heavy Bow. This Heavy Bow kills supers. You have to be somewhat accurate with it, but for the most part you can put a super in the dirt. It's really nice, and people don't expect it. But yeah, this is my Titan build. I'm still grinding for armor to try and make some changes where I can. I really want to hit 4 mobility, and yeah, we'll see if I'm able to adjust this at all. I'll make an updated video going over my build. Yeah, this is the fashion and everything, and that's my Titan. Appreciate you guys for hanging out, listening to me ramble about my stats and my builds for PvP. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, and take care.